with the DMV and the DUI, if I get a public defender, are they going to take care of that for me?
That's a good question, and no. The public defender will only handle the court side of things. You need to have a separate attorney handle the DMV issue for you, or you're welcome to handle it on your own.
But if I handle it on my own, how am I going to know how to defend myself?
It's a good question. The DMV rules are very complicated. The DMV changes their rules, it seems like, every January 1st. They're very difficult to deal with. So you are able to handle that issue on your own, but it's advisable to have an experienced attorney be able to take care of that. And to answer your question, no, the public defender will not take care of that for you.
It kind of feels like I'm guilty until proven innocent in this case.
A lot of people will call me up and say, Brad, I was over a .08, I'm probably guilty, there's not a lot you can do. And that's not true. Just because you're over a .08 BAC does not mean you're guilty. There are defenses to these cases. There's a lot of defenses that people don't realize. That's why it's important to call me so I can look at your case and let you know if you do have one of those cases that you can win. I don't care if you're twice the legal limit. There's always issues. And so if you feel like you're already guilty and it's an uphill battle, don't feel that way. I have faith in the justice system that you are not guilty until proven guilty. And so I attack each case accordingly and try and fight for you as if I was on your side of the table facing these charges. And that's why you'll get passionate and aggressive representation from me. And I believe in you. I'm a true believer. That's why I do what I do as a defense attorney, because I enjoy helping people out who are now in this predicament. It's scary. It feels like your whole life is slipping through your hands, and you need somebody there to say, no, don't worry, we can get this taken care of.
So isn't the penalty the same for everybody that is convicted of DUI?
No, it's a good question. By walking into court and just pleading guilty, you will not get the same penalty as if you fight it. There's a lot of variables that will play into what your sentence will be. So some people will call me up and say, I'm guilty, I'm just going to go into court and plead guilty and take whatever the judge gives me. And you'll never know if you had a good case. You'll never know if you have a good, experienced attorney look at your case to know what can be done on your matter.
So what are you trying to do? I mean, if I am guilty, how can you make it different?
Okay, by looking at the certain defenses that you have, I can negotiate with the prosecutor. I know the prosecutors, I know the judges. I'm in these courtrooms every single day. Having that relationship to go in with them and explain to them what our defenses are, pointing out the weaknesses in the prosecutor's case, while at the same time highlighting you as an individual. I can make your name be more than just a name on the file. I'll tell the prosecutor about your life, about what you've done, if you've been in the Army, if you've been deployed, whether you have a full-time job, whether you've graduated from college, whether you have kids that depend on you. There's a lot of mitigating factors that I will present, getting letters of recommendation, showing your good grades in school, that I can give to the DA and make an argument. That's what I do as an attorney. I negotiate, I argue, and I try and put you in the best position so you don't have to worry about those things.
So like, if I didn't get good grades in school and I didn't graduate from college, does that mean I'm out of luck?
Not at all. I won't bring those things up. I will look for the positives in your life. Without a doubt, there's something positive that you're involved in that we can use to highlight in your case. It might be specific facts of your case that we'll highlight. It might be things about you personally. Let me give you an example. You might have a case where your blood alcohol level is relatively low and you didn't get in a car accident, you've never been in trouble before, you were cooperative with the police. Those are things that I can bring up with the prosecutor. Now, is that going to get you off completely? No. But we're going to take a full examination of your case and use everything that we can in order to get you a good result.
So after I've talked to you for the first hour, will you know pretty much where I stand, or how do I find out if I have a good case? Is it going to happen in that first hour, I guess?
Good question. When I meet with you or talk to you on the phone for that first hour, I try and gather as many facts as we can. And those facts will give me an idea of what we're looking at, how serious or how unserious your case is. However, we have to wait for the police report. Getting that police report from the officer and what he is going to detail as far as why he pulled you over, what admissions you may have made when he pulled you over, how you did in your field sobriety test. Those are things I'll have to analyze once I get your report. So we will have a good idea, but it is a process that we have to take. The important thing is getting an attorney immediately to start that process. You don't want to wait till the day before court or you've already missed your DMV deadline. Calling an attorney immediately will be helpful in getting the attorney on board to start fighting the case.
Well, it sounds like time is of the essence, but so it also sounds like it's really important that I be extremely open and honest with you.
There's an attorney-client privilege between every attorney and every client, and that privilege is very sacred. Everything you tell me is confidential. I don't go mention it to other people. I don't post it anywhere. It's a confidential consultation. So everything you can tell me, even if it's bad, is important, because I don't want to be blindsided when I go into court and find out that in fact you did have 7 DUIs and you told me this was your first. It's important to be upfront and then let me be able to gauge what's important and what's not.